everyone. My name is Agama Andrew, and you are welcome to another set of orientation. Okay, so in this set or in this presentation, we'll be looking at how to register for an academic semester. So if you're watching this video, it could be that you have interest in Just Life University, or you were accepted by Just Life University to pursue a certain program. So this video will actually highlight certain procedures or certain steps that one needs to take for them to actually get registered. Okay, and to our stakeholders out there, this video will actually give you an insight or information with regards to steps that are needed for one to get registered at Just Life University. Hence the objective of this presentation. And I believe that before we actually look at the procedure or the steps that one needs to take for them to actually get registered, we must first understand what registration is all about and what registration really is. And so we're saying this is basically a process by which accepted students at Just Life University are formally entered into the system. By entering, I mean their details are formally entered into the system. Okay? And so this process involves allocation of courses. Okay? Once the students' details are entered into the school system, they will be able to be allocated courses. And they'll be given the student portal number. The student portal number, this is a number that reflects their identity in the school system. So this number basically gives them a platform to access or to interact with the school using the online platform. And the third aspect includes getting captured for an identity card. Okay, so after this process has been done, a student will be given or be captured an ID, or will be given an ID. So if you are actually accepted at Just Life, this is the information that you need to look out for. Yeah. So having said that, having known what registration really is, we can now proceed and look at the requirements that are needed for one to get registered. Okay, so first of all, you need to have an acceptance letter. Okay, this is a formal proof that you have been actually accepted. You applied and the school gave you a feedback. So feedback is an acceptance letter, so you need to prepare that aspect, and then you also need to prepare copies of signed offer letter as well as scholarship conditions. So this information applies to actually those that are under the scholarship, or those that were actually awarded a scholarship. So you need to ensure that you've gotten your offer letter at this point, and that offer letter is signed by you as well as the sponsors that will actually sponsor you. And you also need to prepare the mandatory 350 kwacha registration fee. So you need to also prepare that 350 as the process demands, and as well as prepare hard copies of your NRC and report results and other requirements as highlighted in your acceptance letter. So having looked at this information or these requirements that have actually highlighted here, you and I will actually get to agree to say, if you prepare these documents and you are able to actually come through to Just Life, this actually complements the fact that you have actually highlighted, or rather registered or completed the registration process using the physical means. So what I was actually trying to explain here is or are the requirements that are needed for one to actually get registered physically. So if you are able to prepare the highlighted documents or the highlighted things and come through to Just Life University and submit all those requirements, it would mean that registered using the physical process. Okay, that will actually involve you to come through to Chancellor University. So, as I earlier stated, so you need to actually prepare these documents and these requirements as highlighted. Okay, so you need to ensure that you prepare all the relevant documents, because failure to prepare these documents will actually prevent you from getting registered. Okay, so you need to ensure that you adhere to the procedure that demands you to get registered physically. So having looked at the physical registration parts, we can also look at the online registration part. I know some of you might be asking questions as to what about us who are outside Lusaka? We do not know where Just Life is and we cannot actually come there on time. So there is an online platform that actually allows people to actually get registered regardless of wherever they are and in which provinces they are in. So let's look at the procedure that is that allows people to register online. Okay, so you need to ensure that you are familiar with the school website. Okay, you need to know the school website. You need to get familiar with various search engines that are there, and then you need to ensure that you are using a gadget or a device that is in proper condition. Okay, if you are having network issues, I would advise you wait for the network to actually get stable so that you complete the process without having any challenges. And if you do not have access to the internet, I would actually advise you look for means and ways that will allow you to access the internet. In form of, if you do not have bundles, ensure that you have enough bundles. If your device is not able to actually access internet, you need to ensure that you look for a device that has got proper access to the internet. And then other things that you need to prepare documents. So all the documents that are needed, as earlier stated, in the physical process. So this is actually the opposite. So those documents that are actually highlighted in the physical process that are needed, they will need to be actually scanned. So you need to have soft copies of your NRC, you need to have soft copies of your acceptance letter, retrieve results, as well as signed copies of your scholarship and offer letters. So you need to ensure that you prepare those documents that are needed, okay, for you to actually get through with this process. So this process allows you to actually get familiar with the school website. So once you go to the school website, there will be various search engines there. And so what you have to do is you need to go to the registration or to the search engine that reflects online registration. And then once you are at that site and you have prepared all the relevant documents, you need to ensure that you fill in the form that requires the details or the information. There will be a form that will require to fill in your name, and there will be other details such as attaching your acceptance letter, your retrieve results, your receipt that reflects the payment of the mandatory 350 kwacha registration fee. So you need to ensure that you attach all the required information or all the required copies of the information that reflects your details in the school's platform that is actually allowing you to register online, so that your details can actually be collected on time. So if you have prepared all these documents and you have followed the steps that I've actually highlighted, it would mean that you have actually been registered. And then once you have been registered, these are the outcomes that will reflect. Okay? there are other people that have actually registered, and there are still those of you that are striving to actually register, and then there are others that are contemplating on registering. So these are the outcomes. Okay, if you know you completed the registration process, these are the outcomes that you need to look out for. Okay, if you have completed the registration process, by now you must have a formal registration transcript. Okay, by formal I mean the approved registration transcript that will reflect, number one, your courses, the courses that you're supposed to take this particular semester. It will also reflect the student portal number. So this student portal number is a very vital number that you students or all accepted students need to take notes. Okay, this number will allow you to actually have access to the online platform, and it will actually enable you to interact with the school regardless of wherever you are and whichever location you are based in. As long as you have access to the internet, you'll be able to actually interact with the school. And then this number allows you to actually interact with the school in form of assessments. Okay, this is where the school will be able to actually give you a feedback based on the assessments. Okay, this is where you'll be able to have access to study materials. This is where you will have access to assignments, results, academic calendar, and other, school-related information. So this student number or student portal number, you need to actually guard it jealously, because if you lose it, you stand a higher chance of missing out on school information as well as school updates, because it is through which the school will be able to actually communicate with it. So you need to ensure that you register on time and you are given this student portal number. And then other issues or other things that will reflect once you register is that you will be able to have an identity card, and you will also be able to, even courses, you will have a course list, or rather a registration transcript that will reflect courses. And then on these courses, or in these courses, you'll be able to actually know what that course is, and then the course code or the abbreviation that is assigned to that particular course, as well as the lecturer that is actually taking you in that course. Okay, so having said that, having looked at the registration process and how it can be done, how you can actually register physically, how you can register, online, we can also would love to actually urge all our students that, in short, what we're trying to say is that you need to get familiar with this process, because it actually enables you to actually have to be on track and to be updated. Why? Because if you understand that I'm supposed to register at this time, you know that the academic semester or the academic calendar or the academic semester has actually what begun. Okay, so the academic semester begins with this process. Okay, you need to register, you need to actually follow through, you need to know what activity will follow next, and then that can only be done if you're registered, because you will not have a registration transcript, you won't know your courses. So if you register on time, you'll be able to know your courses, and you'll be able to know what you're supposed to do at what particular time. So ensure that you understand this process without further challenges, so that you don't get to actually miss out. So in conclusion, we're saying, just like it's actually aimed at enhancing this academic journey that you've actually embarked on. That's if you have actually you've been accepted at Just Life University and you've actually registered, we guarantee you that you are going to have a fruitful journey in your academic life. We want to make it memorable and fruitful, and we want to make it a worthwhile experience. Thank you so much.